Welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol, and I'm so glad you've joined us. Today is day 15 of our 30-day Reset and Renew series. Let's boost our strength, balance, and mental well-being as we focus on poses that improve strength, flexibility, and mobility. This is a more recent class. Let's experience our chair yoga practice as a community together. I'm glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. It has easy access to the videos about the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated, or if you want to stand more. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It is free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. Now, in today's practice, we're going to explore poses for a healthy life to boost your strength, balance, and mental well-being. So you'll need a chair, and you'll also need a yoga block. Now, if you don't have a block, you can substitute a big book, or you can just do the class without it. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start by moving forward in our chair. So we're not leaning back, okay? Think about pulling your belly in, lengthening nice and long, crown of the head to the ceiling. Pull those shoulders back. Let's place our hands lightly on the thighs. We're going to flip our palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes or soften your eyes. Connect to your heart center. So just feeling your natural breath here. So your natural inhalation and exhalation. And now we're going to move that breath, and we're going to inhale for 4 counts, and we'll exhale for 5 counts. So it'll be something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands down to your thighs and open your eyes. So we're going to look to the right. And then I want you to bring your gaze down. So it's down kind of over that right shoulder. Now we're going to lift our head back up and then bring that gaze back to the center. Okay? So now we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to look over to that other side, and then I want you to look down. You feeling the stretch in that neck? I am. Go ahead and look up, and then we're going to bring our gaze center. All right, so we're going to do that again, and I want you to see, so you're going to bring your head just as far as it'll go comfortably and naturally, but then I want you to see if you can take your gaze just a little bit further and down. So it's a little, just the work on the eyes only, okay? So let's first of all bring our gaze across our body, and then we're going to take the eyes only and see if we can go just a little further and then down. Just changes it up a little bit, right? Okay, let's go ahead and release that and face forward. And then we're going to do it one more time on the other side. So we're going to look across first. Take the gaze a little further if that works okay for you, and then look down. So a little different neck stretch here. Feels a little bit different. One more breath. Release that and face forward. Okay, very good. So we're still forward in our chair, right? And we're going to grab the back of our chair, okay? So, or you can just place them, it's probably better just to set them in the seat of the chair and not necessarily grab it, so we don't want any tension in those hands. So let's just rest our hands in the seat of the chair behind you. And I want you to lift your heart and squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. So there's a slight lift of the chin, okay? Now, we're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. So it's a little different feeling stretch for that neck, right? So don't worry about how far that ear comes down, how far the head comes down towards the shoulder. Just do what feels good for you. Don't force anything, right? All right, and let's lift up, and then we're going to do that other side. So this is an active upper body. We're really squeezing our shoulder blades back behind us, okay? So don't relax those shoulders. We're really working that. Okay, one more breath here, and then we're going to bring that head back center, and we're going to release that. Just move those shoulders a little bit forward and back. Does that feel okay? Oh, I felt that in my neck and my upper shoulders. I felt a little bit in my, like right in that collarbone area. Did you feel that? Woof, that was a good one. Okay, so we're going to move into our cow pose. We're going to take our thumbs to the back wall, and we're going to lift up through the heart. So maybe open up through the throat just a little bit. Feel that stretch. Now, we're going to bring our hands down to our lap. Elbows are wide, round the spine, tuck the chin. So the key to this one really for me is letting that head really fall. So I'm not holding my head up. I'm really letting that head fall down. And let's do that again. Thumbs to the back wall, opening up, feeling that stretch through the upper chest, right? Upper arms even, lifting up through the throat. And then we're going to round down into that cat pose. So don't worry about the breath. We're going to add that breath here in just a second. Feel that stretch. Just breathe naturally. All right, are we ready? We're going to inhale into cow pose. And we're going to exhale into cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat pose. One more time. Inhale, up we go. And exhale, down we go. And release. All right. Very, very good. So we're going to come to an extended mountain. So we're going to lengthen our hands up towards the ceiling. All right. Really lengthening those arms up. Now, we're just going to lean, all right? So just feel that stretch as you lean. Make sure you keep both sits bones down on that chair. Our feet are grounded to the earth, right? Feel that connection. And up we go, and then we're going to lean our mountain the other way. Okay? So feeling our side waist is stretching, but it's working. Our abdominals are working here. Keep that belly button to spine and lift up. And let's bring those hands down and take just a moment. Okay, so that's a great version. And remember in my class, you never have to add on, right? So don't ever feel like you've got to add on. But if you want a little bit more, we're going to extend our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to bring our palms together. Then pointer finger is going to come to the ceiling. So palms are together. I'm interlacing my finger, and I'm going to leave that pointer finger up to the ceiling, okay? Now, pull those shoulders down. Belly stays tight. We're going to lean our mountain. All right? And let's come up. And then we're going to lean our mountain the other way. And we're going to come up. Let's inhale here. Exhale as you lean. Inhale. Exhale as you come up. Inhale. Exhale as you lean. Inhale. Exhale as you come up. Let's bring the hands down. We've got one more little add-on here. Take a moment. If you want to add a twist, we're going to add a twist. All right, so up we go. Interlace your finger, pointer finger to the ceiling. Extend those arms up. We're going to lean. You do the breath if you wish, and then we're going to twist and look up. And we're going to take the twist out. And up we go. And then we're going to lean the other way. And we're going to twist and look up at that ceiling. If you don't want the yoga breath, just breathe your natural breath. Take that twist out. Come up. Let's do it one more time. Lean and twist. I know, I feel it too. Take the twist out. Up we go. Last one, last side. Lean. We're twisting. Take that twist out. Up we go. and release. All right, excellent work. Okay, so next is a crescent lunge. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it. Okay, so you've got one knee facing me and you've got one knee facing out. Now, the knee that's facing me, we're going to drop that one down towards the floor. I'm turning in my chair. Do you see how now I'm facing out this way? Push that foot back behind you a little bit. If you can be up on that back toe, that's great. A little stretch for the foot. So I'm going to look over my front leg and I'm going to have my heart lifted. So I'm not leaning forward. And my heart's lifted, feeling a stretch right here. Do you feel that? Okay, let's release the knee and take just a moment. Now let's do that again. So pushing that foot back just a little bit. Think about kind of kneecap presses up towards the ceiling. The back of the kneecap presses up towards the ceiling. That's a good little way to think about it as well. And then let's release it and let's do it one more time. Ready? I know. Nice little stretch for that quadricep and hip flexor there. Let's release that, face forward. Okay. Now we're going to go to the other side. All right. So we're going to take that left knee and we're going to open it. So take just a moment here. Feel the stretch on those inner thighs. Okay, we're going to let that right knee fall down towards the floor. If it feels okay, you're going to push that foot back just a little bit. You'll be up on those back toes. All right, now turn and face over that front knee. My heart is lifted, right? I'm not leaning forward, so I'm lifted up, feeling the stretch in this quadricep and hip flexor here. If you'll relax this glute, you'll also feel a little more stretch. Okay, let's release it, and then we're going to do that again. Oh, yeah. So back of the kneecap kind of presses up towards the ceiling. Let's release it, and we're going to do it one more time. Here we go. Press it. Lift. One more breath. All right. Let's face forward. And grab a sip of water. So we're going to work on our shoulders just a little bit. So we're going to take our right arm, and I want you to bring that elbow in towards the waist. And you're just going to make a light fist with your palm, right? So it's not, don't squeeze, just a light fist. And then I want you to bring that arm up to where the bottom of that arm is parallel to the floor or to your leg. And then we're going to bring it down. And let's do that again. We're just going to lift and lower. And let's do it one more time. Okay, so lift and a lower. Okay, now we're going to lift and we're going to open. And then we're going to close and we're going to lower. And we're going to do that again. It's a lift and an open and a close and a lower. One more time. Lift and open and close and down. Okay, really good. Let's do the other side. So again, elbow is into that waist, light fist with that hand. Ready? We're going to lift and lower. And let's do that again. It's a lift and a lower. And we're going to do that one more time. It's a lift and a lower. Okay, now it's a lift and an open with a close and a lower. We're going to do that again. A lift and an open, close, and down. One more time. Lift, open, close, and down. Okay, now we're going to do both arms at the same time. All right, here we go. Lift, open, close, and down. Again. Lift and open, and close, and down. Again. Lift, open, close, and down. Okay, now we're going to do a full shoulder press. So we'll do one on each side individually, and then we'll do them both together. So instead of that half, we're going to do a full shoulder press all the way to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring it down to half, and then we're going to open our book, and then we're going to close it. Then you're going to turn your palm to face you, and you're going to do a bicep curl. Okay, let's do that one more time on this side. Ready? Here we go. Full shoulder press. Come down to half. Open. Close. Palm faces you. Bicep curl and up. And let's do the other side. Full shoulder press up. Bring it down halfway. Open and close. Palm faces you. Bicep curl and up. Let's do that again. Press it up. Bring it down. Open. Close. Bicep curl down and up. Okay, we're ready both sides at the same time. We're going to do 3. Here we go. Press up and half down. Open and close. Bicep curl down and up. Here we go. Press it up. Bring it down. Open and close. Palms face you. Bicep curl. Last time. Press it up. Are you feeling those shoulders? I am. Open, close, bicep curl, down and up and release. All right. Excellent work. So we're going to move into a seated triangle pose, and we're going to be using our block if you have it. If you don't, remember, don't worry about it. Just do it without it. If you got that book, that's great too. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our right knee and we're going to do a heel, toe, heel, toe. So our hip, our knee, our ankle, and our toes are in alignment, okay? We're going to bring our arms out. I call this Warrior 2 arms. So really think about your arms and you want them parallel to the mat, okay? So they're not here and they're not here. They're as parallel to that mat as you can make them. Now, just moving your rib cage only, you're going to take these right fingertips and try to touch the wall beside you. And then we're going to come center. And we're going to do that again. And center. Let's do that one more time. Ribs only. And center. And down we go. Okay, let's go ahead and heel toe that foot in. We're going to do the other side before we add on. So it's a heel toe. Heel, toe. We're in alignment here. Okay. Bring those arms up. Shoulders are down. Belly is tight. Ribs only. We're taking our arm towards that wall beside us. And we're going to come in. And let's do that again. Just the ribs. See how just my ribs are moving. And in. Let's do it one more time. And in. Bring the hands down and bring that foot in. Okay. So now, if you have your block, you're going to grab that block. If you don't have it, again, don't worry about it. I'll show you how to do it without the block. So we're going to do a heel, toe, heel, toe. We're going to place our block on the outside of that foot, okay? Now, if you don't have a block, you're just going to be holding onto your leg instead of having your hand on the block, okay? It's just fine. Let's come up. Remember, ribs only. Let's move them. And then come center. Now, we're going to move ribs only, and now we're going to place that hand down on that block. Opposite arm is going to lengthen up towards the ceiling. Do you feel that? Side waist is really working here, stretching. Belly is tight. Hand is on the block or it's on your leg. One more breath. Now, listen, as you come up, we're going to take our hand off the block. We're going to come back up, but see how my ribs are still out to the side? And then we're going to bring those ribs in, and let's bring the hands down. Okay, how did that feel? Okay, let's do that one more time. Up we go. Ready? Ribs only. Hand to the block. Lifting that opposite hand up. In fact, I'll tell you what, the hand that's in the air, let's all place it on our waist, and let's see if we can lift our heart any higher. Did you see how I just kind of twisted open? Then you can add that arm. Or if you want, you can just leave that hand right there on that waist. It's fine. Because the action is still happening all right through the center of the body. You don't even have to have that arm extended. Okay, are we ready? Now, remember, as we come up, we're still going to have the rib cages out, and then we're going to bring those ribs in and drop the hands down. Okay, let's heel toe that foot in. All right, so grab your block, and let's do a heel toe, heel toe. So now we've got that alignment again. Take your block to the outside of that foot. Bring the arms up. Ribs only. And come center. Let's do that one more time. Ribs only now. Hand to the block. Lift up. One more breath. Bring that arm up. Bring those ribs in. We're going to do that one more time. Ready? Ribs only out. Hand to the block or the leg. The hand that's in the air, place it on your waist. Lift your heart. Extend that arm or don't. You can look up or out. One more breath. Let's come back into that triangle and in we go and release. Okay, let's heel toe that foot in. We've got one more thing on this one. So we're going to do a heel toe and a heel toe. Now, the block's going to be on the inside of the foot. Do you see? So instead of the arm here, the arm's going to be there. It's just going to create a little bit more of a twist right through the ribs. Here we go. Arms up. Let that upper body go out to the, shift out to the right. Now, that right hand's going to come to that block on the inside, and we're going to rotate up. One more breath. Up we go. Bring those ribs in. Let's do that one more time. Rib shift. Hand to the block. Lift it up. Look up if you like. Look out if you prefer that on your head or on your head, on your neck. One more breath here. Up we go. Bring those ribs in. Bring the hands down. Grab your block. Bring that foot in. And then we're going to go to the other side. Heel toe, heel toe. Now the block goes on the inside of that foot. Up we go. Ribs only. Left hand to the block. Lift up. Back to triangle and bring those ribs in. Let's do that one more time. Ribs extend out. Hand to the block. Open it up. One more breath here. Bring it in. And release. Okay. You'll hold that foot back in. Feeling okay? All right. So we're going to move into a straddled forward fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move way back in my chair. Okay. So let's set our block down for right now. We're going to come back to it in just a second. So I'm way back in my chair so that the seat of the chair is between my legs. And I'm going to place my hands right here on the seat of that chair. And I'm going to simply bend my elbows and let my heart begin to fall forward. Okay? So I've got my hands here on that chair for some support. So I'm just letting my heart fall forward. So inner thighs are stretching. I feel it in a little bit in my outer thighs and my glutes. It's a good stretch. All right, ready? And then we're going to lift up. Okay, so now you can stick with that version, and that is absolutely fine. If you have your block and you want to set your block in the seat of the chair, now what we're going to do is instead of having our hands, we're going to come to forearms, okay? But again, if you've got your hands, you're going to do the exact same thing. It's fine. All right, are we ready? So we're going to come down. Either your hands are in the seat of the chair or your forearms are on the block. All right, so now what I want you to do is take your right hand and kind of move it in to the center. And then your left arm is going to rotate up. So we're rotating our straddle forward fold. So I'm looking up and out, if that feels okay. And then we're going to bring that hand down. And then we're going to replace the arm that's on the block, and we're going to revolve the other way. So again, the gaze can be down if that feels better on your neck. The gaze can be out, or the gaze can be up. And then we're going to come down, and we're going to do that one more time, all right? Open. And then down we go. And then we're going to do that one more time. It's an open and down. Okay, so go ahead and lift up. And let's set our block aside. And I want you to come a little bit forward. And let's do a little internal hip rotation. We're going to do one more of those. But let's give those hips just a little internal rotation right now. So all I've done is I've taken my feet wide and I've let my knees fall in together. Do you kind of see what I'm doing there? So it's just the opposite of what we were just doing. All right, one more breath here. Okay, so now we're going to do that final version and without the block. So what that means is I'm going to come down to my forearms on the chair. All right, so you know you've got the block. You can have the forearms on the block, or you can just have your hands on the seat of the chair. So you've got all these versions. That's why I like adding on, right? So you've got lots of choices. Okay, are we ready? Let's do the right side first this time. So we're going to rotate up. So a little different, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I feel it a little bit more in my inner thigh. I feel my side waist is really working here. Belly is tight. Let's bring that arm down, and then we're going to rotate the other way. So don't hold your breath here. Breathe naturally, and let's come down. This would be your inhale if you want that yoga breath, and we would exhale as we twist. And then inhale, we'd come down, and we exhale as we twist. Don't feel like you've got to do that yoga breath, though. It's okay if you want to just breathe naturally. Down we go, and let's go ahead and roll up gently. Right? Let's come forward in our chair and do one more internal rotation, okay? Internal hip rotation. So my feet are wide, and I'm just letting my knees fold in. It just feels good after having them out like that. It kind of feels good to do that little internal rotation. One more breath here. All right, let's bring our feet together. And we're going to grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. And we're going to be facing our chair. Your feet are about hip distance apart. So we're going to be doing a forward fold series. Now, I'm going to hinge right at the hips very slowly, and I'm going to place my hands in the seat of the chair. Now, if that's, a little much, you can have your block here, and you can have your hands on that block, okay? So that's fine. So whatever feels good for you, we're going to try to let that heart fall forward. So for right now, let's not worry about tucking our chin and letting our head fall. Let's go ahead and keep our head above our heart. So we're just, as we come down, we're just keeping the back flat and really feeling a good stretch into the backs of the legs, okay? We have one more breath here. Now, feel free to bend those knees and roll up into a standing position, okay? All right, so that one is a really, really good version. If you want a little bit more, we're going to be using our block. So we're going to step away a little bit from the chair, and I'm going to place my block between my feet. And I'm going to have it on that number 3 position, right? So that tallest position. So we're going to do the same thing. Just hinging right here at the hips. We're going to come forward, and we're going to place our hands on the block now. And again, let's just keep our heart lifted for right now. We'll come into a version here in a minute where we kind of let the head fall. But for right now, let's just keep our head above our heart and just letting the heart fall forward for a good stretch into the back of those legs. Let's bend the knees and we'll roll up again. Okay, so hold that chair. All right, is that feeling all right? We're going to do that now with the block on that next lower position. So we're just kind of building into this one. So we're going to hinge forward again. Remember, your hands can be on that chair if that's feeling better for you. If you don't have the block, you're just going to have your hands resting on your legs, okay? And you're just kind of walking your hands down your legs. So we're feeling the stretch. I don't know about you. I'm certainly feeling it in my hamstrings, but I'm even getting a little bit into my back now. So from here, if it feels okay, we're just simply going to move that block down that last position. Now, go ahead and see if it feels okay. Let your head fall. I'm looking now between my legs behind me. We're going to release the block and we're going to grab our elbows. So hanging out here for just a moment, feeling the stretch. Now, Bend your knees pretty generously and see if we can transfer the stretch from the hamstrings to the back. Okay? So now I've got my knees bent. I'm still bent over my legs. I've got my elbows and I'm in ragdoll. Let's nod our head yes. Shake our head no. Nod our head yes. Drop your hands back to the block. Bend the knees pretty generously. Hold on to your chair as you roll up into a standing position. So you might be a little bit with that head down below your heart. You might be a little dizzy, so just hang on to that block. Hang on to the block. Hang on to the chair for just a moment. Okay. All right. Really, really good. Now, we're going to do something. It's straddle forward fold, so it's similar, but we're going to have our feet a little bit wide. Okay. So we're facing our chair. We're going to do a heel toe and a heel toe. Okay. You know what? And let's do a heel. So my toes are pointing out. So this is going to get a little bit more into the side of those legs. Does that make sense? Did that make any sense at all? So my feet are wide. My toes are pointing this way. Instead of at a diagonal, all 10 toes are pointing forward. Okay. So now I'm going to hinge forward again, and I'm going to place my hands in the seat of the chair. Bend your elbows a little bit if you wish. Keep the back flat, so I'm still keeping my head above my heart. All right, so I'm going to bend one knee and I'm going to revolve the opposite direction. So I'm revolving, opening up. And then I'm going to come down, place my hands in that chair, and then I'm going to bend the other knee and revolve the other way. So the inner thigh is really working here, and down we go. And let's do that one more time. So bending that opposite knee as I revolve my straddle forward fold. And come down, and we're going to do that again on the other side. Down we go. Let's straighten the legs and heel toe in. Okay. Did that feel okay? So we're going to do that one more time. And then if you want to have a little bit more, instead of your hands in the seat of the chair, you can have your hands on the block. So again, I want you to do what feels good for you, right? So let's heel, toe, heel. Hinge forward. Maybe the hands are resting on the block. Maybe the hands are resting in the chair. Maybe the hands are resting on your legs, right? Okay, we're going to bend this opposite knee as we revolve the other direction, okay? So the opposite knee of the direction you're revolving. It doesn't matter which. And then down we go. And then revolve the knee, bend the knee and open up the other way. And down we go. Let's do that again. Open. And down. Last time, last side. Open. And down. Go ahead and hold your chair, lift up, and heel toe those feet in together. Okay. Very, very good. So let's just set our block in our chair if you have it, and then we'll come back to it in just a moment. So we're going to work into dancer pose. And dancer pose is a balance pose, but I'm going to give you lots and lots of options, okay? So don't panic here with thinking, oh my goodness, here I've got balance. So I would step back just a little bit so that the seat of that, or the back of that chair, you've got your hand just resting on the back of that chair. Now, you're going to take the leg next to the chair. I tell you what, let's just start with the arms. We're not even going to add the legs yet. Let's just do the arms first. We're going to take this hand and we're just going to lift it up. My feet are on the floor. And then we're going to bring that hand down. And then we're going to do that again. So all I'm doing is I'm lifting that arm up. Okay? Palm is facing in. If you can look up at it, that's fine. Don't feel like you have to. And down. Okay. Now, the first add-on is that same leg. We're just going to take a step forward and we're going to lift that arm up. And down we go. Let's do that again. Step it forward. And back we go. We're going to do that one more time. Step it forward. And up we go. Okay. Now, if you have your block, you're going to set that block down. And instead of stepping forward, we're going to place our toes on that block. And then we're going to lift. Okay? And down. And then we're going to do that again. So just see how that feels. And down. Okay. Now, if you want the final version of this pose, I'm going to set my block aside. I'm going to hold on to my chair. Now, I'm switching legs. Okay? So I know it's a little funky. But I'm switching legs. And I'm going to slide. I'm going to bring that knee up into a tabletop position. Okay? I'm going to slide my arm down the thigh, across the knee, along the shin. I'm going to grab my ankle, and I'm going to bring that knee down. So notice how my knees are even with one another. Then if you want to, you're going to let go of the chair, and you're going to lift your arm up. There's a beautiful version of dancer pose. One more breath. Down we go, and release. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so remember the first thing we do, we want to be back so that kind of the back of that chair is right here and even with us. And we're going to take just the arm and we're going to lift it up. So it's the arm next to the chair and we're going to bring it down. And let's do that again. We're just going to lift that arm up and we're going to bring it down. Okay, let's add that step. So this is the leg. We're going to just step it forward. We're up on those back toes. And step it back. Let's do that again. Step it forward. Lift that arm up. And step it back. Let's do one more like that. Up. And back. Okay. Now, if you've got your block, if you want to set that block down, you're going to place those toes on that block. So now we're less stable, right? And we're going to lift that arm up. Pull your belly in, right? Let's do that again. Lift that arm up. And down. Can we do that one more time? Lift that arm up. And down. Okay. And then if you want the final version, I know we switch legs now. Hold that chair to start with. You're going to bring that knee up to that tabletop position. Your hand is going to slide along the thigh, over the knee, down the shin. Grab your ankle. Drop that knee down so both knees are even with one another. Pull that belly in as tight as you can. Let go of the chair and extend that arm out. One more breath. Grab that chair and down we go. Very good. Very good dancer poses, everybody. Okay, so we're going to come to the other side of our chair. And we're going to be doing a heel, toe, heel, toe. So we're going to move into our goddess legs, okay? So we're going to bend our knees, shoot your hips back, hold on to that chair. All right, so here we are. This is horse pose. We've got our goddess legs here. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back and push those knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. And then we're going to lift those hands up behind us as we lean forward. So my hands are coming up behind me. I've actually got my block in my chair. I didn't plan that, but it kind of feels good to rest my head on my block. One more breath and up we go. Our hands are going to come back down behind you. Release that and heel toe those feet in together. So I don't know if you probably couldn't see what I was doing because you were down in humble horse, but I had my block here and then it just peeked at me real quick. So as I came down, my head just kind of rested on my block and it actually felt kind of good. So if you want to do that, you can. If you don't have the block and your head can come down and rest to the seat of the chair, that might be a good option too. But don't force it, right? If that's too much, getting the head down, don't force it. It's not worth it. Okay, but we're going to do it again. So here we go. Heel, toe, heel, toe. So my Feet are at a diagonal, okay? So hips, knees, and feet are in alignment. Feet are at a diagonal. So I'm going to bend my knees as I shoot my hips back behind me, okay? Moving into those goddess legs. So notice how my heart stays lifted. Clasp the hands behind your back. Push those knuckles down towards the floor. Open up through that chest. Now I'm going to let my heart fall forward as my hands come up behind me. Maybe my forehead touches the block. Maybe it touches the chair. It doesn't have to touch either. Doesn't matter. We have one more breath here. Now begin to let your hands come back down to the back. Straighten those legs up. Lift your heart up. And release. How did that feel? Heel toe your feet in together. I know that was a challenging one for sure. Okay, so we're going to move into cat and cow behind our chair. Okay, so we are going to have our feet just right here behind the chair, and they are about the distance of the legs of the chair. We're going to bring our arms up and bring your hands back behind your head and open up through those shoulders, okay? So this is a version of cow pose, lifting up through the heart. Now, we're going to roll down, bring your elbows in, and just hold on to the back of that head as you let that head fall. Inhale, we're going to lift our upper body up. Elbows are going to come wide, looking up slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, come down. Your elbows are going to come down towards the floor. You're not pulling on the head though, okay? So you're just letting that head come down, rounding that spine. All right, let's do that again. Lifting up, the shoulders come up. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind, looking up. And then down we go. Hold and breathe. So you're holding the movement, but you're not holding the breath. Letting that head fall, feeling that stretch. One more breath. Hands to that chair. Go ahead and roll it up. Okay, let's have a seat. And grab a sip of water. So we're going to move a little forward in our chair, and we're going to bring that right knee up and into the chest. So nice long spine. So we're going to do a pointing and a flexing of that foot. So a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. And then we're going to rotate your ankle around and reverse that rotation. So now we're going to bring that knee up, and I want you to reach down and kiss your knee. Up we go, and then put that foot down. And let's do the other side. We're going to bring that knee up and in towards the chest. Nice long spine, don't round. We'll do a point and a flex, point and flex, point and flex. And then we'll do a rotation. And then reverse that rotation. Now I want you to round down and kiss your knee. And release. We're going to do the other side again. Bring it in. Squeeze it. All right. Now we're going to round down and see if you can get your forehead to that knee. Lift it up. Put that foot down. We're going to go the other side. Bring it in. Squeeze. Long spine. Round. See if you can get your forehead to the knee. Lift and release. Okay, excellent. So we're going to grab behind that right thigh, pull it up. Now I want you to flex your foot, and I want you to extend the leg. Now place that foot on the floor, and then we're going to bend the knee, and we're going to do that again. Start under the thigh, bring it in, flex, extend, place the foot on the floor, and release. Let's do the other side. Bring it in. Squeeze. Flex. Extend. Foot to the floor. bend the knee. Let's do it again. Bring the knee up and in. Flex the foot. Extend the leg. Place that foot on the floor. Bend the knee and take a break. Okay. So that's a great version. But what we're going to do now is we're going to add on, and we're not going to hold the leg. Okay. So instead of holding the leg, we're just going to have our hands resting lightly on our thighs. If you really need to hold the chair, that's okay. But if you can do it without holding the chair, give it a try. Make your abdominals work. Here we go. Lift, flex, extend, heel down, bend the knee, and let's switch sides. Lift, flex the foot, push through the heel, place the heel on the floor, bend the knee, and let's do that again. Lift, flex, push, heel down, bend the knee, other side. Lift, flex, push, heel down, bend the knee. Okay, so the final thing, we're going to lift, flex, push, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Place the heel on the floor, bend the knee, other side. Lift, flex the foot, push through the heel, hold, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Last time. Lift, flex, push, hold. Don't lean back. Make your abdominals work. Crown of the head to the ceiling, heel to the floor, bend the knee, other side. Last time. Flex, extend, hold, breathe. Heel down, bend the knee, and release. Okay, excellent work. We're going to bring our arms right here in front of us, like fist. We're going to open up, and then we're going to bring that arm in, and then we're going to open the other side, and we're going to bring that arm in. Let's do that one more time, just like that. Just the arms open and close and open. Now, we're going to engage our inner and outer thighs and our abdominals, and that leg is going to come with. And close. And open. And close. Let's do that again. Open and close. Open and close. One more time. Open and close. Open and close. All right. Very, very good. We're going to move into crescent lunge. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it wide, and we're going to let our left knee fall down towards the floor. Push that foot back behind you, up on those back toes. We're going to look over this front leg, and we're going to open our arms nice and wide. Right arm on top, we're going to hug ourselves. Feel that squeeze. Open up those arms. Left arm on top. Feel the squeeze. One more breath. Open those arms up. Bring the hands down to the thighs and face forward. All right, let's extend that same leg out in front of us, lengthening through the spine. Walk your hands down the leg for pyramid pose, feeling the stretch on the back side of that leg, looking out and not down. And walk those hands up that leg. Let's do that again. Nice long spine. Down we go. One more breath here and walk those legs up. Okay, very good. Let's do the other side. So now that left knee is going to open. The right knee is going to fall towards the floor. We're going to push that foot back behind us. Look over that front knee, right? So looking forward, lifting up through that heart. Feel the stretch. Relax this glute, right? So we're feeling that stretch right in that front side of that leg. Okay, let's open up those arms, and let's give ourselves a hug with that left arm on top. Hug yourself. Oh yeah, that should feel really good. And then we're going to open up those arms, and we're going to hug ourselves with that other arm on top. Give it a hug, give it a hug, give it a hug. Release. Release that leg and face forward. Extend that right leg out now. Lengthen through the spine on an inhale. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands down that leg. Keep that back flat, looking out, not down. Feel a hamstring stretch. Pyramid pose. And we're going to roll it up. And let's do that again. Nice long spine on that inhale. Exhale, down we go. Oh, yeah. And up we go. Very, very well done. Okay, we're going to sit back in our chair now. You can lean back. Hands are going to rest lightly on those thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Embrace the difficulty. You won't make the problem any less problematic by hiding from it. Embrace the difficulty, and you begin to give yourself a measure of control over it. Exercise your courage and improve your effectiveness at the same time. Admit the shortcomings, limitations, mistakes, and disappointments. Then do something about them. You're not going to fool anybody by pretending there's not a problem. What you can do is impress everyone, including yourself, by meeting the problem head on. Look at the situation with clarity and with the highest expectations. Throw in a little humor and good cheer. Ask yourself, what would turn a negative into a positive? From what areas within this challenge, with what specific actions, can you extract opportunity and value? Look honestly and bravely at the problem, and what you'll see is a chance to add new richness to life. Feel your courage take hold as you embrace the difficulty and transform it into something good.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open the mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. And release. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I am so very grateful for each and every one of you. Click the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.